starts when we dive down low. 3 wide thunder putting on a show. Spotter call it clear, crowd on their feet. Photo finish moments can't accept defeat. Championship dreams in every lane. Only the strongest survive the strain. From pit road hustle to the checkered wave. Every driver brave, every fan amazed. History written when the engines fade. Relentless Racing League got the legacy made. Relentless on the track, full throttle rage. Cup Xfinity, trucks set the stage. ARCA Resin, next gen flame. NASCAR racing power, remember the name. Speed, heart, glory, all the same. Relentless Racing League, we own the game, huh? Relentless on the track. Relentless on the track.
Alright everyone, welcome back to another installment of Relentless Racing League. Tonight we have the Cup Series, the finale of the round of 8 at Iowa. 200 laps tonight. The drivers in red on our pylon and a ticker across the top will be your playoff drivers. The ones in white not in the playoffs. Currently Jeff Medlin running the fastest time in practice, but a lot of playoff drivers up towards the top in practice should make for a very interesting race, as we have about a little over a minute and a half left to practice before we head into qualifying. Currently one driver locked into the championship for already. That would be Paul Chesimut in the 19. Got the win last week at Chicagoland. Locked into the championship for that leaves 7 positions up. Well, 7 drivers fighting for 3 positions for a chance to win the championship next week at Las Vegas. Alright, 20 seconds left in the practice, then we'll advance to qualifying. 5 minutes to put down 2 laps. Bonus point goes to the person who is the fastest in qualifying, earning the pole position. Should see a lot of action tonight. The tires we're wearing pretty heavily. Track is pretty loose. We will see who can run the clean race and possibly win tonight. Practice is over. We're gonna advance to qualifying. I think track position is going to be huge tonight. Waiting for some drivers to come out here and put down a qualifying lap. Cedric Broso in the 30 car out on track right now. We'll watch as these times start to come in, see who's gonna be fast, at least during the qualifying run. Broso currently sitting at the top of the board with a 23.04. I do not believe that is going to be fast enough Jeff Medlin 23:01. Scott Paul Chesimut up into the 22.8s. 9 drivers taking the time so far. Cedric Brosso 22.83. Great lap from him. Currently tied with Paul Chesimut in the 19 truck as Scott Stewart across the line at 22.79. Scott Stewart pretty much in a must-win position tonight after having some unfortunate luck last week at Chicagoland. Currently 27 points below the cutoff line. Actually, 29 points below the cutoff line. Sean Pointer jumps up to the 5th position. Ed Morris up to 6th. Got a little less than 2 minutes of qualifying left. And Brugg jumps up to P2 right behind Scott Stewart. Park up to the 7th position with a 22.8. Matthew Richmond in the 93 out here looking to improve his time. Last lap was a 23.04. See what he got this time. 23.02. Stays in the 13th position. Watching the two of John Fassbender. Got several cars who have not attempted a qualifying lap yet. Gonna be too late to do so now. 23 of Mitchell Conley, 12 of Mike Simone, 5 of Chase Harden, 14 Zach Yeager, 227 Sam Sundstrom, and the 28 of Ed Morris Sr., all deciding not to take a lap. As Fassbender finishes his 2nd lap. That's about gonna wrap things up. Scott Stewart gonna earn the bonus point for the pole. I'm gonna try to keep tabs on these points throughout the race, so if I go quiet, that would be the reason. Don't mind me, but we're going to try to keep these points as close to accurate as we can as we're progressing through the race. 200 laps tonight, 4 extra sets of tires stage at lap 40 and 80. 10 bonus points for the winner of each stage, 9 for second, so on and so forth. So as tight as the points battle is, definitely going to be a big contributing factor tonight as we get ready to get things rolling here. Points battle right now, the 19 Paul Chesimut, he did win last week, is locked in, leaving 3 positions left. Jeff Medlin currently holding that 2nd position with 3,055 points. Sean Pointer in the third position with 3,053 points. Johnny Brugg in the fourth position with 3,050 points. Brandon Park in the fifth position with 3,048 points. Ed Morris Jr. in the sixth position with 3,040 points. Bill Moore, in the seventh position with 3,027 points, so pretty much a must-win for him as well. And then Scott Stewart in eighth with 3,021 points. Did get the bonus point there for earning the pole, so that's 3,022. So really tight for the three spots remaining to advance to the championship four. Got about 10 seconds to finish gridding before we get this pace truck off pit road. They are about to start rolling now. It'll be 2 laps under caution before the green flag drops. And we are going to close out this round of 8 in 200 laps. All right, pace truck is down pit road. Scott Stewart's going to lead him into turn 1. Scott Stewart gonna get the bonus point for leading a lap well here. Getting closer, but still pretty much out of touch. Gonna need the win tonight. Oh, as we see the 90 gets into the wall off of turn 2. Single filed out towards the top. Sean Pointer looking to make a move underneath the 10 of Matt Thorns. Scott Stewart leading Johnny Brugg, Paul Chestnut, and Sean Pointer. Top 4 playoff drivers. Matt Morris in 5th, Cedric Grosso in 6th. Non-playoff drivers, Brandon Park, Ed Morris Jr., Bill Moore, and Jeff Medlin. rounding out your top 10. Out front, Johnny Brugg to the lead. Got around Scott Stewart. He's going to earn a bonus point for leading a lap as well. Every point matters in this race. '17 at Brandon Park trying to get around the 30 of Cedric Brosso. Ed Morris right behind there as well. Cedric Brosso goes high. That's going to open the door for several to get by. 17 Brandon Park, 7 of Ed Morris Jr. Bill Moore in the 84 on the bottom line now. Cedric checked up to stay off of the 7. It's going to slow down the 84 and the 3 behind him as the 00 of Davey Hendricks comes into this battle. Jeff Medlin to the outside of the 84, going to try to make the pass on the high line. Gets the pass made. Jeff Medlin up to the 9th position, goes underneath the 30, going to try to make the pass on the bottom in 3 and 4. Still side by side through turn 1. And Jeff Medlin's going to slide up, move him up to the 8th position. Bill Moore now taking a look underneath the 30 of Cedric Brosso. Out front, Johnny Brugg in front of Scott Stewart. Scott Stewart right on his heels. A little further back, Sean Pointer with Paul Chesimut. The 9th position as they're 3 wide. The 30 of Cedric Brosso, 84 Bill Moore, 00 of Davey Hendricks. 30 got into the wall a little bit. In front of them, we got a side-by-side battle with Jeff Medlin and Ed Morris Jr. Jeff Medlin to the high side. Looks like he's going to get the spot from Ed Morris Jr. Move Jeff Medlin up to the 7th position. Ed Morris gets loose off the corner, able to gather it up 3 wide into turn 3. Ed Morris now under attack from the 73 of Tim Harmon, the 00 of Davey Hendrick, the 93 of Matthew Richmond, and a train of cars behind. Back out front, battle wages on between the 8 of Johnny Brugg and the 27 of Scott Stewart. Scott Stewart, 1/10 and a half behind Johnny Brugg, call it 2/10. Sean Pointer, a little over a second behind Paul Chesimut, a 1.5 seconds. Ed Morris Jr. works his way back around the 30 of Cedric Brosso, move him up into the 9th position. Jeff Medlin trying to make the pass on the 17 of Brandon Park. on the bottom in turns 1 and 2, parked to the outside. Gonna have the momentum off the corner. Got a little loose on corner exit, able to keep it straight though. Jeff Medlin sending it on the bottom in 3 and 4. Still side by side on corner exit. As they continue to battle for the 6th position. Tight racing as they continue to swap that position back and forth. It's bringing the 84 Bill Mort into this fight. Side by side at the line. And I think Jeff Medlin, oh, he was about clear, just didn't have the momentum. Let's see who's gonna win this battle. Jeff Medlin almost clear. He is clear. Jeff Medlin up to the 6th position. 22 laps in. Fuel run is somewhere around the 70 lap mark from what I understand, but I think we'll see people pitting way sooner than that. The tires are going to be shredded by that point. Eight of the top 9 drivers, all playoff drivers, with the exception of Matt Thorne's currently in the 5th position. Cedric Grosso qualified 4th, falling back to the 14th position. Now as they continue to fight that for that position, is Zach Bucher in the 14 on the top. Looks like he's going to get it. Cedric back to the 15th position, minus 11 spots. Jeff Medlin and Zach, well, I take that back. Mitchell Conley currently at the biggest mover, plus 7 spots, currently in the 18th position. Back out front, Johnny Bruggs starting to pull away from the 27 of Scott Stewart. Oh, it's the 83, sends it on the bottom below the 30. Gonna force his way through there. Mitch Conley in the 23 Hardy's car gonna try to follow suit. Car Mike Simone way up the track in turn 3 and 4 on the old asphalt. All the grip is on the new asphalt. Mitch Conley gonna send it underneath the 30 car of Cedric Grosso in turns 3 and 4. Like he is going to make the passes. The 30 cars getting a little loose, it looks like, off of turn 2. Mike Simone in the wall in turn 3. While we were away, Jeff Medlin got around the 10 car of Matt Thorns, move him up to 5th. 30 laps in, we're going to start seeing some tire wear here. Let's take a peek at their last lap times. Already looks to be almost a full second, possibly off the qualifying time. So the tires are definitely starting to wear. All right. Let's see. In chat, Tricky Dick says, hello. Track position will matter a lot. Passing is difficult around here in these cars, I bet. White Your Tud says, good luck, drivers. Figment for Life says, there we go. Oh, he's having audio issues. Tricky Dick says, thanks for cheering for me on Monday. Figment for Life. THFC Leaf says, go Phil. And Greg Rogers says, Jeff is making up a lot of time. He certainly appears to be. See what the gap is here. Oh yeah, he has run down Sean Pointer about 2 to 3 tenths behind. And looking to make the pass now, got tight racing there. Jeff Medlin, a man on a mission tonight, up 7 spots to the 4th position. Stage in 5 laps. Bonus points will be awarded. Got a gaggle of cars here as they go 3 wide. Ed Morris on the bottom, Brandon Park in the middle, and Bill Moore on the top. Park goes up, got into the left front of the 84 of Bill Moore a little bit. That's going to open the door for Matthew Richmond to come through. Out front, Johnny Brugg and Scott Stewart still battling. Behind them is Paul Chestnut, the 19, and Jeff Medlin in the 3. Side-by-side battle back here with Brandon Park and Matthew Richmond. Richmond to the bottom, Park on the 2nd lane. Looks like Richmond had to check up a little bit there as he got tight in the center of 3 and 4. Still going to be side by side into turn 1. Looks like we have a battle back here. Ed Morris Jr. around Matt Forns. It's going to put him up in the 6th position. Sean Pointer right in front of him as we're approaching the caution for the stage. All right, that will be the stage. I'll have to go back and look at the line, but I'm not sure if Scott or Paul got the 2nd position, but Johnny Brugg winning the stage. Scott or Paul, not sure which at the line. 2nd, 3rd, Jeff Medlin 4th, Sean Pointer 5th, Ed Morris 6th, Matt Forn 7th, Matthew Richmond 8th, Brandon Park 9th, and Davey Hendricks 10th. All drivers expected to come down pit road. Get 4 fresh tires most likely and full fuel. see who gets off pit road first. No drivers stayed out. No drivers a lap down either, so no lucky dog, no waiver rounds. I think Paul got off pit road first. Then it's going to be Scott Stewart, Johnny Brugg, Sean Pointer, Ed Morris, Matt Thorns, Jeff Medlin. A little bit of change up front. Paul jumped 1 or 2 spots. I'm going to say 2 spots. Jeff Medlin lost a few. And Figment for Life hooking me up with some live points here. And Jeff Medlin, Johnny Brugg currently holding the points lead over Sean Pointer by 3 positions. Brandon Park would currently be the driver out with Paul's win last week. So currently it's a 9-point gap between the 4th and 5th place positions in points, but we do have another stage at lap 80. Lights are out on the pace truck. We should be going green this next time by. 19 car is going to choose the bottom line here. Restart zone is on, so he will have control of the restart, able to launch anywhere inside of that restart zone. Definitely a huge advantage to the leader, especially at these short tracks where the draft isn't a huge concern. Paul gets the launch. Scott Stewart squirrely on the restart. That's going to bring Johnny Brugg up to 2nd. Johnny Brugg to the bottom, going to retake the lead. Paul battling back, and right off the nose of Scott Stewart, gets sideways, gathers it back up. They continue to keep going straight. Got a battle back here for this 4th position. Sean Pointer, Ed Morris Jr. side by side with Jeff Medlin waiting. Jeff Medlin throttling it up on the outside, gonna get side by side with Sean Pointer. A little further back, we got them stacked up 2 wide. Jeff Medlin gets around Sean Pointer up to the 5th position. Phillip Brown up here in the 12th position, plus 4 spots now, swapping positions with Brandon Park, 11th and 12th. So they're side by side. Justin Karatzis in 13th, battling side by side with the 73 of Tim Harmon. Then we got old Red Stick himself, Mike Simone in 15th. Zach Bucher and Justin May, with Chase Harden side by side with Cedric Broso the 5 and the 30. Behind them, we have Josh Vangor in the 83 Pokemon car, with Mitch Conley behind him in the Hardee's car, and Sam Sundstrom in the Denver Broncos car. Paul Chesimon jumped the pits. Interesting. Let's see if something happened or if he just... Let's see, I think he just pulled down pit road. He did. All right. Well, that's going to move Jeff Medlin up to the 4th position. Ed Morris Jr. in 3rd. So giving some extra points potentially to some of these drivers who are hungry for every point they can get. Side by side back here with the 73 and the 13. That's for the 12th position. Scott Stewart out front. Must have missed that pass. Just back and see if we can find it. Right here. Looks like they were battling side by side there for a little bit. Scott Stewart able to wrap the top, carry the speed off the corner to make the pass. Scott Stewart, Johnny Brugg, Ed Morris Jr., Jeff Medlin, Sean Pointer, Bill Moore, your top 6. Bill Morris was 17th at, or 11th at the stage. Moved himself up to 6th during these last 12 laps or so. I'll tell you what, we saw some lack of racing in the Xfinity Series. Seemed like it was very hard to pass, but I'll tell you what, these Cup cars, these Cup drivers are definitely putting on a show, running too wide all over the place, able to make passes. Justin Carrasas side by side with Matt Bournes. Davey Hendricks side by side with the 73 of Tim Harmon. Mike Simone about to be side by side with Chase Harden. Chase Harden up the track. I'll let him go and then side by side with Zach Jr. Riding along with Justin Carrasas right now. You can see what they see out their windshield. You can hear him lift right at the asphalt, the new asphalt. If you stay full throttle through there, you will get sideways. It takes a little bit of throttle discipline to make it through there without wrecking yourself. Oh, something happened to Johnny Brugg. Falling down the charts. Did he lose network again? I think he's gone. He has disappeared. Johnny Brugg needing the points to stay in the playoffs seems to be having network issues. I think he disconnected a lap down now. Out front, Scott Stewart all by himself. Ed Morris Jr. in second, having a very strong run, and both of these drivers needing a strong run. Jeff Medlin closing in on the 7 car, currently in third. Sean Pointer in fourth. Bill Moore in fifth. Johnny Brugg is back. Must have got his network issue fixed, able to join the race again, but is going to be several laps down. 3 laps. Going to need some cautions to get back in the fight for a chance at this championship. Still side by side back here with Tim Harmon and Matthew Richmond for the 8th position. Mike Simone up the track. Looks like he's trying to stay out of the way. Justin Karatzis as they almost went 4 wide. Oh, let's see. Brughat forgot his packet plug. Trucks went 3 wide yesterday. What kind of socks do you guys think Jeff is wearing tonight? Ooh, that's a good question. I'm thinking they're probably purple with pink bow ties on them. Let's go back and check that battle as Jeff Medlin is catching the 7 of Ed Morris Jr. Scott Stewart way out front over a 1.5 seconds. But that gap between the 7 and the 3 seems to be shrinking. Side by side with teammates here, the 30 and the 13th, Cedric Broso and Justin Karatzis. Cedric's gonna make the pass. Unicorns with sparkly poop. Oof. Tricky Dick says glazed donuts, but with white. Okay. I won't repeat that. The side-by-side battle with Davey Hendricks in the 00 and the 93 of Matthew Richmond. Davey Hendricks looks like he's going to make the pass as the 93 fights back to the outside. He has cleared. Zach Bucher up 9 spots, currently in 10th, but Philip Brown, one of our road course guys, currently running 6th, the only non-playoff driver in the top 7. I do know that he spent a lot of time practicing with Jeff Medlin for this race. Eight laps to go until stage, where we will hand out another group of points for our top 10 drivers. Let's see. So can Brugg come back and secure a playoff spot? Oof, it's going to be tough. I mean, we've gone 73 laps without a caution. He'll get 1 lap back here most likely at the stage break, but this race has been pretty green. I think he's going to need a rash of cautions to be able to get back up on the lead lap and put himself back in contention. He currently would be the lucky dog candidate, but he's going to need at least 2 cautions to get back on the lead lap. And that second caution needs to come before he runs out of fuel. Out front, Scott Stewart with a commanding lead. The battle between Ed Morris and Jeff Medlin seems to have been stabilized. Not much gain on either part. Sean Pointer in 4th, Bill Moore in 5th. You know, we're going to do a rundown through the field real quick. Scott Stewart, your leader. Ooh, smacks the wall off of turn 4. Ed Morris in that purple and green car, looking pretty good. A big upgrade over his car last season. Jeff Medlin scrapes the wall just a smidge off of turn 2. Sean Pointer currently in 4th in that 20 car with Bill Moore in 5th in the white World Wildlife Fund Panda car. Phil Brown in the Mountain Dew Zero's number 69 car in 6th. Brandon Park in the blue, red, and white Vendetta Sim Sports number 17 in 7th. Tim Harmon in the red and yellow Tree Shaker car. Zach Bucher in the Mobile 1 number 14, currently in 9th, with Davey Hendricks in the M&M's 00 in 10th. Matt Bourne's 11th with the Jordan brand number 10. Mitch Conley, I misspoke earlier. That is a Carl's Jr. car. I thought it was Harvey's, but same. Cedric Brosso in the Advantage PC number 30 car, currently in 13th. As the stage has come out, Scott Stewart gonna win the stage. Ed Morris Jr. 2nd, Jeff Medlin 3rd, Sean Pointer 4th, Bill Moore 5th, Phil Brown 6th, Brandon Park 7th, Tim Harmon 8th, Zach Bucher 9th, and Davey Hendricks 10th. We'll have to see where the points shake up after this one. I feel right now Jeff Medlin is sitting in a very good spot. Ed Morris Jr. and Scott Stewart, I feel both still need a win to advance. Sean Pointer's sitting in a good spot as well in points, earning stage points in both stages. Bill Moore getting up to 5th. He's still probably going to need, I would say, most likely a win. Brandon Park going to earn 4 bonus points or stage points for this one, as it looks like all lead lap drivers will be coming down pit road. I expect the number 8 will most likely stay out, get the wave around. Well, he's lucky dog. All right, well, let's go see who wins the race off of pit road. Looks like I got a points update. Let's see here. Yeah, Jeff Medlin 4 points over Sean Pointer with Johnny Brugg. Johnny Brugg still could make it in. It looks like he's sitting pretty good. Brandon Park currently the first car out, as I believe. Oh, that's going to be a close battle. I think Ed Morris won the battle off of pit road. We'll have to see where iRacing scores them. It might have just given it back to Scott Stewart here. But currently, as it sits right now, Johnny Brugg is in by 8 points over Brandon Park. Now, a new winner would upset that significantly, so we'll have to see how this is all going to play out. Absolutely. If Scott wins, Brugg is out. If Ed wins, Brugg is out. If Jeff or Sean win, no change. If Bill Moore wins, Brugg is out. If Park wins, he locks himself in. Johnny Brugg down pit road, going to top off with fuel, probably throw some fresh tires on it. Going to start at the back anyways. Scott Stewart did win the battle off pit road, going to lead them to the drop of the green flag for the final stage. Definitely lots of options out there. I guess Brugg can't really lose any more spots. He can really only gain from this point. Park, it's going to be tough to gain spots. Currently in 7th. Maybe not. I think he's in 8th. He's in 8th. So going to be tough to gain spots, but very easily could lose spots as well. So going to be I feel like it's going to be tough for Park to make it in without winning as well, unless certain drivers have some more issues, but we're going to see. All right, 84 laps complete. Scott Stewart has the lead. Launches right at the midpoint of the restart zone, gets a great launch. Jeff Medlin looking to the bottom of Ed Morris. Oh, they make contact. I'll have to go back and look and see what happened here. I got to do it old school because nothing is registering. So let's go right here. Well, didn't make contact, just some net code, but let's go see. Ed's car looks okay. He should be able to recover. All right, let's get back live here. I think there was some slight net code there. Now the body of Ed's car looks good. I can't see steering, so I don't know if he got any steering damage from that. So I'm hesitant to say that I said he could recover, but we don't know, right? We can see what we can see, but we don't know if there was any suspension damage from that hit to the outside wall, as Bill Moore makes the pass up to the 4th position. Biggest mover currently is a tie with Phil Brown in the 69 and Zach Bucher in the 14. Currently in the 9th position and 5th position, respectively. Definitely. The 7 definitely could have some wheel damage there. That was a pretty hard lick to the outside wall. Just very difficult to see from without manipulating cameras too much and screwing all up the broadcast. But we'll see what he can do. Is now he's under attack from Brandon Park. Yeah, I think you're right. He's definitely brought the pace way down, losing positions. Side by side, Davey Hendricks and Tim Harmon for the 8th position. Got this gaggle of cars back here. Matt Horns in the 10, the 30 is Cedric Grosso, the 5 of Chase Harden. All right, while they are racing, we are going to take a quick commercial break, but you won't miss a thing as we go side by side.
SFH, still fucking here, is a clothing and apparel brand built to change the world. We are survivors, warriors, and fighters. We are tenacious, relentless, and vigilant. We've been through hell and made it out the other side, and now we are determined to spend our lives giving back to those who need help in their fight. Whether you are a cancer survivor, recovering addict, a survivor of an abusive relationship, someone who has fought to gain control of their health, or a wounded vet such as myself, or simply someone that is fighting a battle and proud of how far you've come, We are with you. 50% of all net proceeds from our brand will be given back to those that need it most, and this will be for the life of our company. Join us in our mission. Buy some awesome gear like this, wear it proudly, spread the word. We are in this together. We are still fucking here. I end up feeling a need, like I feel like I'm...
All right, we are back. Full screen. Scott Stewart still leading. Jeff Medlin, Sean Pointer, Bill Moore, and Phil Brown. All right. Had to take a moment there, but 100 laps down, 100 to go. That 7 car after hitting the wall there, definitely off the pace, down to the 16th position, 17th position now. Hoping he's hoping a caution comes out so he can get some damage fixed. Most likely has a damaged toe link, which surprisingly in iRacing is a pretty quick repair. Like we're getting pretty well single filed throughout the field. Cycling back through to see if there's any action back here. Pretty well single filed out. Look like we got some moves about to take. Oh, as Sam Sundstrom gets into the 90. Able to gather it back up. '27 car definitely making a statement. Got caught up in a team-on-team crime last week at Chicagoland. Needing the win tonight. Show the tower here so you can see the gaps. Jeff Medlin 7/10 behind Scott Stewart. Bill Moore 2 seconds back. Bill Brown in 4th, 3.5 back. Brandon Park, Sean Pointer, Tim Harmon, Davey Hendricks, Zach Bucher, and Chase Harden. Chase Harden is our current biggest mover, up 12 positions from his starting spot. I would agree. I think he needs the caution sooner rather than later so he can get back on the lead lap and still be on the equal fuel and tires. But there will be, at a minimum, one more stop. Most, if it keeps going this way, it'll be green. And definitely have the opportunity to undercut, get on those fresh tires early, but you may pay the price in the long run. Overcut is also an option should we continue to go green, giving up the track position early to the fresh tires, but then having to pass them later in the run. Hello, Jacob. Let me make sure. Okay, I just turned you on. Hello, how's it going?
I'm doing all right. You know, had some stuff to deal with, so I appreciate you covering it for me. But I'm loading in right now, and I'll be there momentarily.
Yeah, Jacob Treat joining us. Let's see. Yeah, but as a teammate of the 27, I need the 8 not to be on the lead lap. Yeah, I would say so, Tricky Dick, if you're rooting for your teammate, which you should be. But really, I don't think it. The only difference it makes would be the battle for the win, I feel like, because Scott needs that win to advance. He really doesn't have a chance points-wise. Let's see if I still have that up. I mean, I guess there's still a points option, but it would be tough.
All right, fill me in here.
All right.
What have I missed?
We have gone green the entire time.
Yahoo!
Had some net code between the 3 and the 7. 7 got into the wall. Appears to have some wheel damage to the right front. Body looks good. Johnny Brugg had connection issues, went laps down. Currently 1 lap down in 21st after battling for the lead. And running either first or second pretty much the whole race. That's about it, really. Been side-by-side action throughout. A lot of passes being made, a lot of good racing.
Johnny's only 2 points to the good from before the race. I'm not sure if Gib gave you those updated standings.
Oh, yeah. Been getting the feeds at the stage
Yeah.
breaks.
Yeah, me and Bledsoe have a group with him. He's been sending us that.
All right, let's check the gaps again. Jeff Medlin losing a little time to Scott Stewart. Was 7/10, now 9/10. Bill Moore up to 3rd. Phil Brown a little over 5 seconds back. Currently running in the 4th position. Scott Stewart may have some lap traffic here. Shortly with the 28 of Ed Morris Sr.
And then the junior in front of the senior.
Yeah, Junior really struggling right now with that damage to the right front. Currently in 20th, waiting for that caution to come out so he can come get that fixed.
Was it a wall hit, like a self spin, or did you get a little help?
There was a net code. There's that. I don't know if it was error, if it was net code, but shot the 7 car up the track off of turn 2 and got into the wall.
Okay. So Scott's a must win. Bill is a must win if he's. Is he still in the race?
Yeah.
No?
Senior down pit road. Yeah, Bill Moore is definitely a must win. There is a chance that Scott could make it in on points, but I mean, he would need a lot of luck. Yeah. 28 down pit road got out of the way. The 7's going to get out of the way of the 27. So that would currently take away the lucky dog from Johnny Brugg should the caution come out.
Yeah. Prita locked in. And Ed, kind of the same deal.
Ooh,
Not as bad as everybody else.
7 just back in the wall again. Let's check that car
27 got a little wall contact too.
Body still looks good. Didn't damage anything there. Tim Harmon up to the 6th position. Having a solid run tonight. 120 laps in.
Ed Morris Jr. coming to pit lane.
Yeah, I don't think he could fight that car anymore.
Yeah, they go in and get it fixed.
Let's see. Greg is telling Bill he's got to pit. He's got to pit.
Philip Brown pitting in this time by. Oh, I think he's a little skatey on entry into pit lane.
Got her under control, though. Got a battle up here. Tim Harmon moving up to the 5th position. Sean Pointer dropping back a spot. Bill Moore up to 3rd.
Tim Harmon in the top 5.
Sam Sundstrom in pits as well. About, what, 40 laps into a run here. Definitely can run quite a bit longer on fuel, but let's look at the last lap times. Yeah, some in the 24:7 mark. Let's see, what's the leader running for lap time right now?
Ran a 2:4.431 in the last time by.
Yeah, and Jeff Medlin running a 4 as well. Bill Moore running a 24:7. So looks like the tires just seem to hit a spot and they just stop falling off as hard. Let's see, Josh Vangor down pit road. Looks like Ed Morris Jr. did stay in pits to get some damage fixed.
See what translates. He's gonna be he's 5 laps down now.
Yep. Minute 34 in the pits.
Think get Bill Moore going to pit lane this time by.
This is where it's going to get interesting, right? You got cars on old tires, cars on new tires. If we're going to get a caution, this may be where it comes, as these new tires try to make their way through the old tires.
We'll say, though, on Monday it was kind of the same. You had people running 24.4s and other cars coming fresh out of pits running 24.0s.
Yeah.
It was a wild night on Monday. I think Matt might be having a little bit of mic issues.
It's possible. Probably forgot to charge it.
Oh, Matt's doing the...
Oh.
Hey.
He did the Schaefer? All right, top 10, Scott Stewart Jr. needing the win. Jeff Medlin in 2nd. Brandon Park 3rd. Tim Harmon 4th. Sean Pointer 5th. Davey Hendrickson 6th. Matt Bourne 7th. Zach Bucher 8th. Matthew Richmond 9th. And Cedric Grosso 10th as Chase Harden comes down pit road.
Yep, I think 3 pitting in as well. Kind of a... Yeah. Matt did the silent thank you. the Schaefer, I guess. That's all he seems to do, you know.
Jeff Medlin, like you said, in pit road. Going to try the undercut here.
I mean, Bill Moore already pitted too, so he cut it way earlier than Medlin.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to undercut Scott here, so we'll see how it plays out in the long run. I expect Scott will not be too far behind in that 27 car.
Oh, Davey and Sean bringing up memories. If you know, you know.
All right, let's get a look.
Honestly.
Top 13 still on the lead lap, have not pitted. First car 1 lap down is going to be Bill Moore, followed by Jeff Medlin.
It bothers me that Matt doesn't have the X on this car anymore.
Got used to seeing it.
Yep. Two and a half seasons, technically.
Something like that, yeah. As they go 3 wide into turn 1, Justin May, Cedric Brosso, Bill Moore, down to 2 wide. Let's take a lap around with our leader here. See what
Zach
he's...
is not liking that top line, I will say that.
Scott Stewart still on those old tires in the lead. Not much in front of him at the moment.
Ooh, 14 into the wall. Still in the wall.
27 lets the 5 through on new tires. Did it in a place where it wasn't going to hold him up any.
Calmly going into pit lane this time by. So is the 14.
It's going to leave 11 cars on the lead lap.
Brandon Park and Davey Hendricks battle right here is pretty decent.
Side by side into turn 3. Looks like Davey's got the spot.
Richmond. Yep. Oh, had to get out of the throttle.
Alright, so Bill Moore, the first car on fresh tires, just exiting turn 2. Jeff Medlin is not too far behind.
Dang. Y'all got 4 hours for this race?
I guess, I don't know. I didn't create the session. It was a well, and there was an issue with the previous session. That's why we started the broadcast a little bit late. But
Okay.
Mitch Conley coming
10
out. Scott
pitting,
Stewart down
27.
pit road. So
Oh, was it set to 150?
yeah,
We had told him about that a few days ago. Rich pointed it out.
all right. So it looks like we're gonna have 7 cars still out there who have not pitted yet. And these guys are
Tim
right.
Harmon coming in.
These guys.
Oh, he spins! Nose in the wall. Oh,
No
don't come
caution,
back on
no
the track.
caution, no caution. He's still off the track. Let's go back and take a peek. I did not get notification of a crash here, but we'll see what had happened.
He downshifted, I think, one too many times.
Check his car out. Yeah, I got some front end damage there, but all right. Let's go look. Davey Hendricks now leading this race. And let's look at some stint lengths here. Davey and the other top 6 on 60 lap old tires. So they're just one stopping it here. Bill Moore, Jeff Medlin, a lot of these guys that have pitted may not have that option.
17:20 in this time. I think the 00 said he's coming in next.
Definitely slow on the bottom, giving the fast tire guys, new tire guys, the line on the top. 00 is down pit road.
30 coming in this time by. But yeah, God only took the rights, and that was a big thing on Monday. On Monday, my left sides were only at 94 and 90 after 60 laps. So I wonder if that'll translate at least to the Cup Car a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like the Xfinity car tires were wearing nearly as much as the Cup car tires were.
How much were your rights after a stint?
I never ran a full stint, but
Okay.
but yeah, I just 13 in the wall. But yeah,
I'm sure Richard can hit me up with that information.
I know that I ran some practice in the Cup car, just ripping laps, and yeah, the rights were definitely wearing more on. All tires were wearing more than the Xfinity cars were. After running practice Monday night in the Xfinity car. So it's an option, but I don't know how viable it is.
Ooh, 27, tag on the wall.
13 down pit road, 90 car. Justin May, the only car not to have pitted yet. Tricky Dick says, what's
Johnny
the question?
Broad coming in. What were the right sides?
Oh yeah, he told me before. I think it wasn't, but I know this Cup car tires wear more than the Xfinity cars tire did here. Current leader, let's go get a look. Justin May has not pitted yet on 64 lap tires.
90 Justin May coming in.
Only 4 cars currently on the lead lap. That will change once the 90 comes down pit road. Oh, and he
90 sideways
into the
Ooh,
wall.
into the wall. Same thing like the 73.
Yep, exactly the same. All right, that's.
Oh, he was spinning out even before he hit the curb.
That's gonna hand the lead over to Bill Moore, but he's got company. Jeff Medlin to the outside, and Scott Stewart right behind him. Scott's got the spot. That got real tight real quick as they continue to battle side by side. Scott's going to make the pass. Jeff got high off the corner there, able to keep it on the wall.
I will say, compared to the Xfinity, these cars handle a lot different just on throttle response you need.
Oh, yeah.
On Monday, you can, like, tack the brakes a little bit, and it'll rotate. On this, you have to let out of the throttle.
All right. Scott Stewart back in the lead. Jeff Medlin in second. Bill Moore in third. Matt Bournes in fourth. And Zach Bucher in fifth. Josh Vangor came back down pit road.
And Harmon is giving Mettle a run for his money right now.
Yeah, I think Jeff just got out of the way there. He's not really battling the 73 of Tim Harmon. Mitch Conley, no, I take that back. Harmon is the first car, 1 lap down. Mitch Conley right behind him, a lap down, with Jeff Medlin stuck in between them.
Jeff is trying to do a late apex line. I'm noticing that now. Yeah, running high 1 and 2, or in 1, then cutting down mid of 2 for a good exit.
Let's check that stint length again. So, yeah, Medlin and Moore at a disadvantage to some of these guys on tires, including Scott
Moore.
Stewart.
Justin May off the base. He said he's going to pit lane. That damage must be more than he can handle.
Well, let's go take a peek. Let's see the 90 car rear. Oh yeah, that left front's pretty beat up.
Yeah.
All right. Scott Stewart got over a 1.5 lead over Jeff Medlin. Bill Moore 3 seconds back. pretty well spread out throughout the field as far as the lead lap cars go, but there's some lap cars sprinkled in the mix. Looks like we got a battle for the 6th position. Mike Simone and Matthew Richmond. Looks like Mike Simone's gonna make the pass. Mike having a strong run here tonight. Had a rough season, but currently running in the top 10. Scott Stewart extending his lead.
Oh, Mike! Oh, Mike, hang on to it! No, 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 no!
Oh, oh, he's got it. He's got it.
Woo!
That was a wild ride.
Watch that. That was a wild ride. It ended in 4, started in 1. Or
Let's go
started in 4, ended in 1.
see what happened. Yeah, just got loose off of 4. That transition got him, and he went down. Tried to get back on throttle, and man, that was sketchy for Matthew Richmond. I guarantee that.
Yeah. He said something on the radio. And it was like a. Woo.
I'm pretty sure he was puckered up a little bit as that was taking place.
Into a pair of drawers.
Yep. All right, looks to be 17 cars on the lead lap after that cycle of green flag pit stops, but I'm curious, those ones that pitted earlier, are they going to have the tires left to make it to the end? Let's check the stint. You know, Jeff Medlin at 30 laps with still 40 to go. He's going to have to run 70 laps on this set of tires. Bill Moore going to have to run 74 laps. I think it's doable. I think the pace is going to drop out a little bit.
Honestly, right now, Mike Simone up again into the wall in turn 3 and 4.
Commentator's curse.
Yep. It's all your fault.
Yep. Sorry, Mike. I'll take the blame for it. Sam back down pit road.
Yeah.
In the 227 Broncos car.
73-90 side by side going into 3 right now. Well, they were side by side.
Scott Stewart extending his lead to 3.5 seconds over Jeff Medlin. 11 cars on the lead lap.
In all honesty, it's going to come down to who
Yeah, I don't think fuel is really a concern at this point. We know they can do over 70 laps in fuel. It's the tires that are going to wear first.
Who is Joey Dick?
Chase Harden down pit road. Phil Brown down pit road.
Here we go. Oh my god. I guess Brugg has his spotter on the speaker because he mic'd up and say thanks, and all I hear is clear.
All right, I'm really not seeing too many battles out there.
13 way off pace on the front stretch.
Maybe have a little battle.
Go back into it.
Really not much going on. Got a group back here around the 20 of Sean Pointer.
Davey and Sam.
Yep. Laps to go this time by. Winding down. No cautions for cause as of yet. See, I don't know why all you guys in Xfinity were whining about this track. This track puts on some great racing.
And I'm going to say this not because I got a top 10 my second one of the season. Yahoo! But no, it wasn't that bad. I know people had problems, like, Leota, all that. Were like, man, this track sucks donkey, you know what?
And then, wouldn't you know it, Sam ended up finishing up towards the front because by the time he actually got some laps in, because he probably didn't practice.
Only I can make fun of him.
I'm just stating an observation. Rode around at the back throughout the whole stage and then ended up towards the front once he figured out how to run the track.
Yep.
10 cars on the lead lap.
He was off the 93. He slid way down low.
Got loose off of turn 4. Looks like that transition from the new asphalt to the old asphalt might have got him pretty sideways there, but able to save it.
Take a look at this 227 putting some heat on the 20 here.
Yeah, he should. He's got fresh tires.
Chase hard disconnecting.
It'll be interesting to see where the points shake out here. I feel like Jeff Medlin is securely in. Scott Stewart, if he wins the race, he is in. We already know Paul is in, but that 4th position is where it's going to get very interesting. Brandon Martin running in 7th with Johnny Brugg running 16th. I think Brugg would still have it unless something significant changes.
Man, I feel bad if you've been here for 100 more laps than I have. Race has been a race, but I don't know.
It was a lot more battle side by side early on, but as we cycled through the green flag pit stop, everybody started getting stretched out. But 25 to go. Let's see if they can finish this race without a caution for cause. Sean Pointer dropping.
Oh, spinning back stretch. Not fucking
I get nothing. What are you talking about, Willis?
Willis?
Never heard that saying before? What you talking about, Willis?
No.
No.
I was born after the 20. What Hughes?
Oh. Getting told right now if Scott wins, it'll be Scott, Paul, Jeff, and Sean. That would make sense. I forgot about the portion, but yeah, that would definitely make some sense. Trackside Racing Network saying, "Come on, Zach." Zach currently running in the 5th spot. Biggest mover of the night, 14 up from his starting position.
Chapman, I think you spelled Lord wrong.
Or did he?
It is Zach, but like.
All right, Scott Stewart moving through some lap traffic here. Jeff Medlin quite a ways behind, just gonna run it to the end. Does don't really think he has a chance to win unless some caution comes out as the 23 gets into the wall. Bill Moore in third. Matt Bourne's currently in fourth with Zach Bucher in fifth. Matthew
People hitting the
Richmond.
wall a lot.
Oh yeah. Matthew Richmond in sixth. Brandon Park in seventh. Hendricks in eighth. Sean Pointer in ninth. And old Red Stick Mike Simone in 10th. Pointer just needs to stay within 11 spots of Park. I think he's got that wrapped up. I don't know that he's going to fall to 17th, which is, what, multiple laps down. So as long as he doesn't wreck, he should be good. Let's see, how many laps down? Rugg is currently in 16th now, 2 laps down. So yeah, I feel like he's pretty comfortable as long as he doesn't wreck. Probably just ride right where he's at.
Holy crap.
Stop scaring me.
It's starting to thunder. That's not even on purpose. It's starting to thunder pretty bad here. Sorry. I'm getting scared.
All right, 19 to go. Davey Hendricks making his way around Brandon Park.
At 3 and 14 going at it pretty good here.
Matt,
I don't know if 14's got any tires.
Matt Thorns around Bill Moore for the third position. Bill Moore paying the price for the early pit stop. 57 laps on tires with 17 laps to go.
You hearing that?
I am not.
Okay. I'm going crazy, I guess.
Side by side, Zach Bucher and Davey Hendricks. Sixth position. Looks like Davey's got it. Brandon Park goes around as well. Oh, Zach in the wall hard off the floor. Park sideways. Oh, wrecking! 17 into the 14. Caution comes out. 16 laps to go. We got us a race. Zach, an innocent bystander there. We'll go back and watch it. Let's go from a far chase view, and we'll see Brandon Park transition bit him. Had it gathered up, throttled up, lost it right in front of Zach Bucher. Brought the caution out. No other cars involved, it appears. We've got us a whole new ball game now. Everybody's coming in for tires.
Yikes. Suppose you have a look at Discord?
I have not looked at Discord.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Alright.
So any players stay out? No?
Tim Harmon taking the waiver out. Everybody else who stayed out will, or Tim Harmon taking the lucky dog. Everybody else staying out would be waiver round cars. All lead lap cars in pit road.
Conley stayed in, or went in. Karatza went in. Brugg stayed out. So Brugg will be the only one and on the lead lap. And Tim Harmon as well, of course.
Let's see here. Scott Stewart, first one off pit road. Jeff in second. Davey third. Matt fourth. Bill Moore fifth. Richmond sixth. Sean Pointer seventh. Mike Simone eighth. All right, it's about to get interesting. Looks like we're going to have about 5 cars take the waiver round here. Cedric Brosso, Johnny Brugg, Josh Bangor, Justin May, and Philip Brown. And we're going to have about a 10-11 lap shootout here to the end.
Is Park locked in? I don't
He
know
is
if he is.
not. If Scott wins this, Park and Brugg are both out, I believe. If somebody...
He's taking the inside?
Who, Scott?
Yeah.
I mean, that's his option.
Top is so much better.
We'll see how it works out for him.
You just had to say caution for cause. You
I said it like
just had
6
to say it.
times. I won't even put the commentator curse on that one. I said it like 6 times before it happened, so I feel like saying it 6 times voids that commentator curse out. A little stutter. Just reaching for my smokes.
Still doing those Mar Reds?
Nah, camels.
Oh, you're one of those guys? Come on, man.
All right, lights are out on the pace car. Scott Stewart choosing the bottom line. Jeff Medlin to the top.
I gotta make the joke that you hate the pace truck every time.
All right. Pace truck down pit road. Green flag is out.
Ooh. Bottom may not have been that a transition exists.
Yep. Jeff Medlin retains second. Battle for third. Matt Thorns has it. Side by side back here with Sean Pointer and Matthew Richmond.
9 to go, or sorry, 10 to go this time by.
Looks like it's all single filed out.
Oh, here we go.
Bill Moore trying to make a move on the outside of Davey Hendricks. Not going to have the momentum.
'84 almost to the rear bumper, the 00. Almost gave him a little tap there at a 4.
Definitely carried more speed off the corner.
Ooh, boy, these guys getting close.
Well, it's about that time. Things start getting bad. Cautions start coming, but we'll see if they can keep it clean.
Everybody doing their best Joey Maines impression out here. I've seen everybody tap the wall.
Jeff Medlin 3/10 behind Scott Stewart. That's the battle really that I feel like most people are interested in. Scott wins, he's in. If he doesn't win, he will be out. And most likely Johnny Brugg will be in. Pretty well single filed out throughout the field. 10 cars on the lead lap, I believe it is.
Yeah. Medlin to try the bottom, not trying to. He's trying something. He's got to. Or 5 to go. Sorry, 6 to go this time by.
And losing some time to Scott Stewart, but gaining quite a bit there through the center of the corner. Let's go take a peek. Loses it again on exit. Jeff Medlin driving it in deep into the corner. Sean Pointer, Bill Moore battling back here for the 5th position as they're door-to-door in turn 1. I think Sean lifted. Sean's in right now on points. Doesn't need to really battle anybody.
Medlin's trying. 5 to go. Sorry, 4 to go.
Jeff creeping in a little closer, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Scott Stewart still holding that 3/10 lead.
2 to go next time by.
Matt Thorns in 3rd with Davey Hendricks 4th, Bill Moore 5th, Mike Simone 6th, Matthew Richmond 7th, Sean Pointer 8th, Tim Harmon 9th, and Cedric Broso in 10th.
go. And once he got anything, it's gonna be now.
He gains like a couple hundredths here and there, but I don't think it's enough. White flag will be out this time. The gap about 2, maybe 3 car lengths.
White flag, white flag. Scott is running, man.
Scott's got it wrapped up. Jeff losing time. Not going to be able to get close. Scott Stewart going to win this race and lock himself into the championship for. Jeff Medlin comes in second. Matt Morris in third. Davey Hendricks fourth. Bill Moore fifth. Mike Simone sixth. Sean Pointer seventh. Matthew Richmond eighth. Tim Harmon in ninth. And Cedric Grosso round out the top 10.
Sean said over radio, and I'm not even trying to exaggerate. Thank God this is over.
Scott Stewart dominating the race tonight. Looks like, according to my statistician, pole fastest lap, most lap led. Second stage one stage two, and got the win to lock himself in to the championship for.
So, dude, you need to go back and watch, but Matt, gonna have to pull off that Donkey Kong skin here in a minute.
Let's see what Matt did.
Ignore the other car in that. Just he did it himself, totally, 100%.
Gotta find him first. Backing it up. Oh, I see. Barrel Boy. Got some help,
yeah,
too.
Matt. I don't know. Why'd you hit the barrels, Matt?
All right.
Well, I'm going to bid you, dude. Thanks for having me.
All right, thanks for joining. Scott Stewart burning him down after getting the win at Iowa. Wow, I said Ohio. That's weird. All right, waiting on one more driver before we kick off these interviews. Still waiting on our race winner. Scott Stewart, but we're just gonna stop it. We're gonna find a good time to pause this as we're waiting. Oh, it looks like we got them all. Let's go ahead and get this kicked off with our race winner, Scott Stewart. Scott, Tony in the booth, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Man, what a statement tonight. Needed the win to advance to the championship for. Got it done. Racked up a boatload of bonus points as well and just dominated this whole thing. Tell us about it a little bit.
Yeah, that was awesome. I mean, Iowa, it was my first ever race, I think, in the league or another league I did, but special track. I had a lot of fun, you know. Too bad Brugg had internet issues. Him and I were battling out really good. I just was managing my tires. I almost blew a tire the first run. I had like 22%.
Ooh.
But yeah, you know, I threw 2 tires on at the end and just hoped it'd go green, and it didn't. But I'm so glad we got it done at the end.
Absolutely. Had a teammate on teammate crime last week at Chicagoland. put the pressure on you, but got it done tonight. Oh, what is this, your second win or third win? I don't even remember. Second
Yes.
win of the season at the opportune time, right when you needed it. Let's see. Yep. 2 wins, 9 top 5s, and 13 top 10s so far this season with 1 race to go. What are you thinking for Las Vegas? You think you're going to be a contender?
Man, I hope so. You know, Vegas is just such a it's such a tough track because there's really only one or two lines, but the guys I'm going to be fighting against, they're really fast. So I feel like, feel even tonight, as long as we just keep it clean and not worry about other people's mistakes, I feel like we're going to be good. So it's a fun track though. I love it. So it's going to be fun next week. We'll see how it goes. So my first time at championship, so we'll see how what happens.
Well, you're definitely going to have some contenders to battle with. Looks like Jeff Medlin, Sean Pointer, and Paul Chesimut are going to be our championship four, subject to change.
Oof.
But definitely going to be a strong showing for that championship. Will man, came through when you needed it to, got the win. Congrats. We'll see how Vegas works out. Hopefully, I'll be out there racing with you guys, and I'll give you a chance to get some shout outs in before we get you out of here to celebrate with your team.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much. We missed you out there tonight. It was a good, clean race. So, yeah, got to shout out North South. They coached me, helped me out a lot, kept me calm, telling me what other guys were doing. And, Matt, Richard, Jacob, Sam, Mike, all great guys, all helped me out so much. And you guys did a great job putting the league on the streams. I love going back and watching them. And this was going to be special, but, just so much fun. Can't say enough good things about what just happened. So, thank you.
Absolutely, kind of special for me too. It's the first time I've called a cup race.
Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah, but congrats again. Lock yourself into the championship four. Had some major obstacles to overcome tonight, but definitely came through with the victory. But with that being said, we'll get you out of here, and we'll catch you next week at Las Vegas for the championship race.
Yes, sir. See you next week. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Have a good one. All right, that was our race winner, Scott Stewart. Next up, we have the Jeffrey Medlin. Jeff, Tony in the booth, you got a copy?
Oh yeah, buddy. What's up? Hey, well, what I'm saying was, let me. Hey, Tony, what's up, buddy? How we doing?
All right, definitely had to do that just for Josh Van Gore there. But man, we were talking earlier. I said, man, wouldn't it be cool if I got to interview you for this race?
Yeah.
We were expecting.
You added something.
Yeah.
You added something at the end.
We were hoping for one position better, but didn't need it to advance. Locked yourself in on points, but man, I feel like pit strategy maybe hurt you a little bit there, but
yeah, I didn't have my crew chief with me, man. He was in the booth.
Yeah, my bad. But regardless, brought it home second tonight. Your 9th top 5 of the season, 13th top 10 with the 2 wins you have already, and gonna have a chance at that championship next week at Las Vegas. Man, tell us what you needed there to get Scott for the win.
Well, honestly, I would have to have him wreck because Scott and I had the same pace. It was mildly annoying. it was like they would say, the crew chief come over and say, hey, the leaders did 23.9. I'm like, okay, then it's like I'm doing 23.9. It was just like the thing with Ed where I don't know what happened, but that slowed me down. So that kept me with like a second, like 0.9 behind him. And I literally stayed in that range for the whole entire that green flag run until I made a mistake where it was lap 130, and I was like, all right, maybe I'll just go in. And I was assuming everybody else was going to go in. And then when I went in to take those tires, when I came back out, like I realized no one went in. And I was like, oh, I made a mistake. And I just had to back her down. I was like, I'm just going to save tires this whole time. And yeah, I was pretty much locked in that second. I was like, I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna try to wreck. I'm not gonna try to go out there and do anything crazy or try to keep up with Scott when he came back out. So I just kind of let him go. And then when that caution came out and we went down, honestly made another little mistake. I should have took 2 tires. I took all 4. And I tried giving him a run for his money at the end, and he was prepared for everything. Scott was the man tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's gonna be fun to race him in Las Vegas next week, and everybody else. But yeah, it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a crazy Final Four race at Las Vegas. I think it's was it Sean, myself, Paul, and Scott.
Yep, that's what it's looking like at the moment. Subject to change, obviously, um, based off of race review and whatnot. But I don't think it's going to change the outcome at all. But yeah, lock yourself in. Gonna have a chance at the championship. Uh, I don't recall how are you at Vegas? I mean,
Last season, it was pretty much Davey and I racing one and two for a long time, and then I think it turned into a fuel saving race.
oh yeah, those suck.
Yeah, and I think I don't even know where I finished. I think I still did well, but I qualified like crap, like I always do. Like tonight, like I can't believe I screwed up 1 and 2 so bad on my second lap, and I gotta apologize to my steering wheel because I punched it a lot after that. But I was so mad at myself when I was in 11th, and I just had to like just claw my way up there. It honestly was. Compared to old Iowa, this track is so much harder to pass and to save tire. Like, it's a tough track, and I love it. I hope we come back here next season so I can get another piece of Scott Stewart. Seems like him and I are the ones racing pretty hard on the short tracks, so it was fun. I mean, it sucks to lose, but it's nice to. I don't know, like. It was a fun race.
Yeah,
I feel like I had Blaney's pit crew. I kept just every time just moving back a few spots every pit, but it wasn't too bad.
yeah, but you came out and did what you needed to do tonight. Advanced to the championship race, and let's be real. Scott was in desperation mode anyway, so he was gonna send it regardless.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna. Even if I stuck a nose in there. Like Matt and I talked, it's like I wasn't gonna wreck it. I wasn't gonna try to like do anything crazy. I didn't even want to try to pass him honestly at the end there. I wanted to see it first, but we kept enough pace to each other that was just like, all right, if I wreck both of us, I screw both of us. So I didn't want to do that.
Yes, sir. Well, congrats again on the P2 tonight, locking yourself
Thank you,
in,
buddy.
having a shot at the championship. I got faith in you, just like I had faith in you when you qualified poorly. I knew you'd be back up there within before the first stage. But with that being said, we'll let you get some shout-outs in and get you out of here.
And, shout out you, of course. Greatest teammate. Weren't with me the other night, but whatever. We won't talk about that.
Yeah.
Thank you for taking your time and streaming to everybody. Thank you all the sponsors in the league. We appreciate everything you guys do to us to allow us to come out and do this every week and have fun with the boys. And shout out all my friends, family, and my wife that's maybe watching or she's not. I don't know, but she has been texting me probably throughout those. But yeah, it was thanks to the league, and I'm probably done. I don't know. I probably missed somebody. They're probably gonna text me and be mad, but it's whatever.
Yeah,
Appreciate you guys.
That's what the pros say, and appreciate everybody else who's involved.
Yeah, appreciate everybody in the garage. My pit crew, we might have to swap Tony's pit crew with my pit crew next week, but other than that, I think we're good.
All right, man. Well, congrats again on the P2. I'll holler at you in a little bit here. I'm gonna get one more interview done and then wrap this thing up, and we'll talk here in a few.
All right, thanks, buddy.
Absolutely. All right, that was our second place finisher, Jeff Medlin. Next up, we have Barrel Boy, Mr. Matt Forns. Matt, Tony in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, man. What's going on?
Man, a solid race tonight. P3. Kind of battled up there all night. And being cautious, right? Being cautious of all of your playoff drivers. Didn't want to be that guy, but brought it home in the podium position, racking up some stats here for you. But tell us about your race a little bit.
I had a blast. I just went out there and I ran my race. That first stage, I knew it was going to be a tire eater, but goodness. I came in, my right front was at like 36%. I know Senior got a meatball because his got to 0. But it was a blast, dude. I'm so glad that we ran green like that. It made the racing a lot of fun. I had a blast. I'm so happy for Scott because I kind of put him in a must-win situation last week when I pancaked him in the wall. But
We're gonna
yeah,
show
we
your after race excursion on the broadcast just to show everybody.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's gonna pay for that. Old Bill Moore, he got one coming.
he
He
bumped
told
you.
me that was. He told me that was for wrecking him 3 seasons ago.
He bumped you twice coming into pit road, and then once you got close to the barrels, he got you again, pushing you in. But got some good air on that Air Jordan car.
Yeah, man. I was like, well, I'm just gonna go with it now. We're hitting them. Hopefully Tony
Absolutely.
sees it.
Jacob pointed it out to me. I didn't catch it, but
I'm certain he did.
but man, it was a great race out there. I'm jealous. I really wished I could have raced it with y'all, but it just looked like it was a lot of fun, a lot of side-by-side battling out there. And
It was a lot of fun and a lot of give and take by a lot of people. I mean, there was, like you were saying earlier about the playoff drivers, I don't want to be that guy. I think like maybe stage 2, I ended up probably like 11th or 12th because I was just letting them by as they got to me. I'm like, go ahead, I'm not gonna hold you up.
yeah, absolutely. And I feel like that's kind of what we do in this league, right?
Yeah. Plus, I was saving my tire. I wanted to see what I could have it at in the second stage on that long run, going into the last stage, right? Like how hard can I run it, and where's the wear at? And Scott and I took 2. I don't know who else took 2 at the green flag stop, but that thing came out on rails.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
nice.
Sorry. Boy, and I'm burping over here. I got me a nice ice cold Ranier.
Oh, there you go.
Need some vitamin R after that long hot race.
Absolutely. Well, P3 tonight. Third top 5 of the season, 7th top 10. Got some stage wins in there as well. Vegas next week. Should be a fun race. Hopefully we get some good action like we got tonight. But with that being said, I'll let you get some shout-outs in and get you out of here.
I give a shout out to you in the booth and all the broadcast team for doing them all week, every week. Shout out to RRL, all the drivers, all the series, all the admins. Like I've always said, without the drivers in this league and the people that participate, we wouldn't be a league. So big shout out to everybody. Shout out to North South. Got Scott the must win tonight, going to the Final Four. And shout out to Shifting Gears and Drinking Beers. We'll probably have one. We're going to try to have one after the championship week. I think is what we talked about.
Yeah.
It's not a concrete date, but. And then I think that's all I got. Shout out to Asylum Click and Miller Motorsports for their truck and Xfinity sponsorship, along with SFH for ARCA. I think that's it, man.
All right, man. Well, congrats on the P3 tonight. I'm going to close this out, and then I'll join you guys up there to talk a little bit. But, yeah, we'll catch you here in a few.
All right, man. Have a good one.
All right, we'll holler at you later. All right, that's going to wrap things up here. Tune in tomorrow night as the ARCA Series. They will be racing. Let me see. Where are they at tomorrow? I don't even remember. But I think they're at Chicagoland. Yep. So tomorrow night, SFH ARCA Series at Chicagoland, and then next week will be championship week, so make sure you tune in for that. We'll see who gets crowned the Season 7 champion of the 4 different series. With that being said, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.
Relentless Racing League, NASCAR dreams, full speed kings. Let's go. Relentless on the track, ain't no tapping the brake. Cup Series leaders got the whole grid shake. Xfinity stars with the future so bright. Truck Series banging through the day and night. ARCA rookies hungry, chasing that fame. NASCAR racing blood, gasoline in our veins. Green flag wave and the engine scream. 30 cars Cars flying, living that speedway dream. Draft so tight, bumper to chrome. Every lap of battle, this is where we roam. Rubber business racing, yeah, we know the code. Last lap glory on a victory road. From short tracks to super speedway nights, legends made under flashing lights. One mission, one name, one goal too. Relentless Racing League coming through. Relentless on the track, ain't no tapping the brake. Cup Series leaders got the whole grid shake. Xfinity stars with the future so bright. Truck Series banging through the day and night. ARCA rookies hungry, chasing that fame. NASCAR racing blood, gasoline in our veins. Tires burning sparks when we dive down low. 3-watt thunder putting on a show. Spotter call it clear, crowd on their feet. Photo finish moments can't accept defeat. Championship dreams in every lane. Only the strongest survive the strain. From pit road hustle to the checkered wave. Every driver brave, every fan amazed. History written when the engines fade. Relentless Racing League got the legacy made. Relentless on the track, full throttle rage. Cup Xfinity, trucks set the stage. ARCA rising, next gen flame. NASCAR racing power, remember the name. Speed, heart, glory, all the same. Relentless Racing League, we own the game.